Some people do it that way, but we have broken it down to 7 weeks, and so that you can systematically do this 1 full day per week is you'll have homework. And it usually takes that. If you're working moms, your days off might be your homework day for 7 weeks, but you will get your homes cleaned out in 7 weeks if you go ahead and stick with us with the homework and do it. If you miss a class, just start with us the next week on what we're doing. Don't try to make up what you're doing. Just stick right with us. That way you can just tack on that missed class at the end. Hopefully we'll be having some tapes here soon, and then you can maybe pick up a tape and you can listen to it that way, what you missed as well. It's really important as you do go through your home that you do a thorough job. Some of the women get so excited and they can't wait to get home and clean out their closets. And they just, clean them out, and then they look on the notes and say, okay, well, next week she's going into the kitchen. Well, I'll just do the kitchen right now. And they just go right through their home. Well, those women have come back to me and said, I wish you would have told me not to jump ahead, because I really probably didn't do a very thorough job, and now I'm having to do it again. She says, please encourage the women just to stick with the homework and do a really thorough job as we proceed ahead. So number A, you want to prepare your family, and you want to prepare yourself for the task that lays ahead of you. Because we're going to nurture and bless our family with our servant's heart, it is very important that we come into like mind with our husbands. As he is the head of our home, we want to explain to him what the plan is. You want to come into like agreement with this. Making a commitment to him that you really mean business. Some of the husbands will say, you know what, you've taken these cleaning classes before and it didn't do us any good. Well, you're going to have to convince them otherwise that, well, there's homework in this class and I know systematically what to do, and I really mean that I want to do this. Letting him know that it's just not another fad that you're going through. Tell him that you're going to need his support, you're going to need his muscles, and at times, but you're going to need his understanding, because it does get pretty chaotic when you're going through these closets and you have all these piles everywhere until you can sort through. Usually men are really excited about you taking this class. Half of you are probably here because your husband's made you. You'd be surprised. It's so funny. We've had women say they've gone home and they found out, the husband said, well, what are you going to study tonight? And she says, we're going to study a closet. Well, she gets home, this happened to my one friend, gets home and her husband's cleaned out his closet already. And that's encouraging to a wife when you see that he's already doing it. But some of your husbands are going to be a little bit resistant, because they're going to be wondering, hang on here, I have worked so hard all my life to buy you all this stuff that you have had to have, and now you're telling me we're going to get rid of it. I don't understand this. Or they don't like change. They're thinking, well, hang on here, my chair has been sitting here for 20 years, and we're not going to be moving this chair around. And so, or they're not going to understand what's the whole point of it. And so you're going to have to probably be a little bit more patient with your husband if he's that way. Encourage him and just do your areas of responsibility and show him what a change it makes in what you are trying to accomplish. Once he sees the results, he'll probably come right alongside you and get excited to do it with you. So be encouraging with him. Our identities are wrapped up in our belongings, and sometimes our husbands don't understand why we're going to get rid of our identities in our belongings. So this is a new thought. You want to prepare your family as far as your children. Teenagers, what we do is we explain the goal and we explain how Mama is going to do this. You talk to them about some new habits that might need to be enforced. They will be making the decisions with you. We will be discussing the children's rooms in weeks 5, and that's when we will really go through all the attitudes that you might encounter and how we will do it systematically. We've found that if we encourage the children with some new linens or new paint or new furniture, or just simply moving the furniture around, that they are really motivated to do this with you, and they are really excited, and they will say, okay, let's go for it. That's a great opportunity for you to get some of those posters down, those posters that you don't maybe like, because we're going to talk about things that defile our home later on, or you're just going to be able to help them out. I mean, they're going to be able to be willing to do some of these things if you offer some of these incentives. And with children, if they're really young, you'll be doing the work for them, and so sometimes we don't need to explain to them, but you might want to explain enough for their level. They don't sometimes understand when your mom is getting rid of 30 toys and they still have 100 left. They're really stressed out. And so you want to get a babysitter for them. This will help you greatly. Have Dad take them out for that special day out while Mama is cleaning up the house. And it's a good idea to go ahead and dispose of those things before they come home and start looking through what you've decided to get rid of. Usually they don't even realize what you've gotten rid of, and they don't even know about it, and they don't care. You want to prepare yourself for what's ahead. Getting rid of clutter can be very emotional at times and stressful to you, because a lot of the stuff that we have a lot of memories connected to them. Or maybe where you are a very sentimental person and every single thing is really important to you. And so you will feel a little bit emotional as you go through this. You will be making hundreds of decisions. I hope I'm motivating you, not discouraging you. You're like, what have I gotten into? You have to remember that this is for the good of your family. You need to keep a good and positive attitude. I always tell myself, I can do this, girlfriend. You can get through this. It's for the good of your family and for yourself. Do not allow yourself to have self-condemnation as you clean out your house. You'll be amazed. You'll start cleaning out your cupboard, and you'll just think, oh, I can't believe I had all this stuff. And then you really start cleaning out, and you think, this place is filthy. And you might be a person that really keeps your house clean. But as you get in there, you're going to think, why did I have so much stuff? And you get self-condemnation start coming in on you. Just slough it off. The point is that you are doing something about it now, and so just don't even go there. Do not allow any defeating attitudes to enter your mind. It might be a good idea for you to, if you are a person that needs accountability, make yourself accountable to maybe a friend that you've come with so that you will follow through with what you need to do. We are all doing this together. I myself do homework with you because I want to know exactly what you're dealing with. And I get my own, I cleaned up my closet with my husband last time, and he got an attitude. And I said, oh, I'm so glad you got an attitude. I said, because I can't wait to share about that. And he goes, my husband's so used to me. We have no secrets in our family, right? This is my sister-in-law down here. And he's so used to what I will be sharing a lot with you, and you'll find out that we have no secrets in our family, and he's okay with it. Secondly, number B, you want to getting started with a system. Getting started with a system, and you're going to be picking out the spot that you're going to be cleaning out, but we have picked it out for you. We're going to be doing the closet first. So you will be collecting several boxes or containers, or you could just use 30-gallon trash bags for this purpose. Number one is the biffer box. Biffer is a New Zealand term meaning it's out of here. It's a great word. And this is stuff that goes to charity or a garage sale or perhaps friends that you know that are in need or in ministry. The concept of it is that you're not going to keep it. Number two is rubbish bin. Rubbish is another English term meaning trash. Number three, your to-do box. This is for whatever needs your attention, things that need to be mended, things that are borrowed that need to return to someone that you have borrowed it from. You'll be amazed how many things are borrowed in your house that need to be returned. I have people thanking me for this. Thank you. Dry cleaning are things that you might need to sell, such as antiques or whatever you want to get rid of. Basically, it's things that you need to take care of. Number 4, put elsewhere box. Any keeper that does not belong in the area that you are working on as far as organizing. Say you find Johnny's toy in your closet. Instead of walking into the other room to go put it in Johnny's room, you can just put it in this put elsewhere box, because you're going to have these containers around you as you're working in the area. You just put it in there, and then when you're all done organizing your area, you can just go and disperse those items into the places that they go. There is going to be a place for everything in your house, a logical place where it belongs. So no longer will you be thinking, well, where are those scissors? Well, logically, they are in the one drawer that, wherever we're going to do, or logically, your kids' toys are in their room, or whatever. Number 5 is memory box. This is for heirloom pieces that you do no longer want to display. Perhaps maybe your old prom dress that's hanging in your closet that takes a foot of space. Special baby clothes that you just cannot part with. They go into the memory box. Trophies that you don't want out any longer, they go into the memory box. If there's things that you want to keep the memory, but such like your prom dress, but you don't want to store it any longer, wiggle that thing on, take a picture, keep that picture, that's your memory, and go ahead and give the dress away. Or your teddy bear collection that you are now tired of. Set them all up while they're all smiling, tell them to smile, and take a picture and give them away to someone. Keep the memory. I have a memory box for each person in the family, and so if I have come across things that they need to be put in those boxes, then they have that, and I don't necessarily have to have it in the room, so we have more space for the things that we do need. Number 6, keep a pile. This is all the things that you're going to keep, and this does not need a container, because it's going to be a big, huge pile, and it's all those things that you're going to be putting back into the cupboard that you've now just organized, or the closet. Now, if you notice, there's no for now boxes or for now piles. For now piles are not allowed in the class, because really, think about it. You have to make the decision. Do you want it, or do you not want it? Don't allow yourself the for now pile, because you will find that your for now pile will be huge. And then all of a sudden, you're not going to get through this. And so just make yourself disciplined to say, I am going to make a decision now. Am I going to keep it or get rid of it? So, clear your calendar. Put that message machine on. Don't take any phone calls during this, because, you'll forever be talking to Sally Mae and not getting your homework done, and then you'll get discouraged that you didn't get it done, and you come to class and you find out you got more homework, and then you're going to think, oh man, forget it, I'll take this class another time. You're here. You've committed to coming to this. Make it worth your while, if I can encourage you to do that. Some of you may be thinking, well, I'm going to take this class, but I'll do this homework later. You know what? If you don't do it now, you'll never do it. So might as well just go ahead and go for it. Unless you have a legit reason that you can't do it now, and because it's not a good time, but try to go for it. We want you guys to be successful at this, and so that you will see the results in your life. Plan on eating out. This is the best part of cleaning out my house. I love going out to eat. You will be tired at the end of the day, and you will want to go out. It's a treat for working so hard and all those decisions you made, and let Him order for you. Be pampered. The key to this is stay focused until the project is completed. Understand that there will be big piles everywhere as you move along through the home, and that you will feel overwhelmed at times, but stay positive. There will be complete order and bliss when this is all done. Do not allow your family to go back through your boxes that you have already determined where they are going. You will not believe how much this will set you back. And it's so easy, especially with kids. Mom, why are you throwing this away? I need this, and you're just like, well, or anybody, or yourself for that matter. I put things in the garage, I think, okay, because I have this box in my garage, and I think, okay, this is what I'm getting rid of. can't believe how many times I go out there and think, why am I getting rid of this? And second guess myself. So I say, Sydney, once it's out there, it's afuera, it's gone. You could tell I came from LA. You also want to make a list as you go along of things that you need. Johnny needs new jeans, undies, whatever, towels. As you proceed through your house, you're going to think, oh man, I need to get this. Write it down. Just get it off your mind. Don't even let it clutter up your mind of the things that you have to try to remember. Get used to making that list, and so when you're out and about, you can say, okay, I need to get these things. And it helps you prioritize your spending as you are out. Number C, to biff or not to biff. Evaluating each and every item. The system is a piece-by-piece decision. That's why it works so well. Lots of organizers use this system, and it works well. You will be deciding what are keepers and what are biffers. In Ecclesiastes, it says in 3:1 and 6, verse 1, there is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under heaven. Verse 6, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Pretty appropriate, huh? How did she find that verse? I looked high and low. Okay, number D, questions to ask yourself. And you have to be really honest with yourself as you ask these questions. Number 1, have I used this in the last year? This will eliminate a lot of things. Now, most organizational consultants tell you 3 years, or 2 years, really. They tell you 2 years because they know that you're going to say, well, 3 years. I tell you 1 year because I know you're going to say 2 years to yourself, and then you're just right on track. So you do it how you want. There's lots of things I think, no, I haven't used it for the last year, it's out. Most of the time I do say 1 year for myself, and it works better that way. Now, these are general questions that you're going to be using throughout your whole house, and we have different questions regarding the closet or whatever, and we'll go over those later. So number 2, do I like it at least 70% worth? This is a great question because it really eliminates as well a lot of things that we keep. We think, oh, I kind of like it. Well, do you like it at least 70% worth? No. Okay, well then it's out of here. Throw it away. Only keep those things that you really love 70% worth in your home. I can honestly say in my home, I have everything in my home, I love it at least 70% worth. When I walk in my home makes me happy. There's nothing that's there. You know how you go through your room and you go, oh, I don't need it like that. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, I need to get rid of that. I need to replace that. I get rid of it. I like bare spaces. Until I can afford that spot, that thing that I really love, I just have it bare space until I get that thing. And so when I go in my home, it makes me happy. 70% worth. Number 3, do I need it? Number 4, do I want it? Number 5, do I have room to store it? Some of you are in homes that are much smaller, and I understand that, one day you're hoping to get into a bigger home. And so that might not exactly apply for your situation, but some of you are in homes that you know that you're going to be in a long time, and you're fighting this whole thing of having too much stuff and everything's so packed out. Pare it down to the space that you really have so you can function better. All right. Allison Fulton and Pauline Hatch say these are one of those, the declutter therapists say these are the most common questions that they are asked. So, do not allow yourself the excuses like this. Is that my husband just tell him I'll be home a little bit? Not really. Okay, I can't, these are questions that excuses we make. I can't get rid of this. I might need it someday. Well, have you used it in the last year? If not, biff it. I can't get rid of this. I paid good money for it. Well, do you like it? If not, bless someone else with it. I can't get rid of this. I'm going to fix it someday. Well, then fix it. You need to be honest. If it's been broken for years and you're not really going to fix it, biff it. I can't get rid of this. My friend and relative gave it to me. If you like it, keep it. If you do not, give it to someone who does, and just keep the special thought. I know that's a hard one for some of us. We're like, no way. I know I'm a bit ruthless about it. But, you know, there's things that people give me. I mean, now they know. They just give me these gift certificates to antique shops. I'm such an antique fanatic, you know, that, you know, if I really don't like something, and I, you know, oh, this is hard to say. Sometimes I give it away, because I know somebody comes in my home and go, oh, I love that. You can have it. You know, and then they are happy, and I'm happy to give it to them. So, does that sound bad? My sister-in-law says no, good. Remember, you want your house to reflect who you are. Keep the things that you like, at least 70%. I cannot ingrain that in your head enough. When you come into your home, you'll feel happy. It is okay for these bare spots that I talked about. Sometimes our homes are so full, there's no visual break for our minds. And really, our minds need a visual break from items. It makes the other things look better. If you have everything too full in there, I don't know, it doesn't give your mind a time to relax in between looking at things. Number E, where does it all go now? We will put back all that you want to keep back into your cupboards and closets, only that which relates to that area or location. For example, only your clothes and your shoes and those kind of things go in your clothes closet. Only the kitchen items go into the kitchen. Bathroom products into the bathroom. Only the things that make sense where they should logically go. This is an important thing, so it makes it easier to find things. This will simplify your life greatly. You are the heart of the home. You actually dictate the attitude of the home, so it is important that it runs smoothly. If you are stressed, the whole family's stressed. So it's important that we get our homes in order. So it is important for us as women to learn how to take care of our homes and family with a good attitude. We can do this. Lady Wisdom did, and we are going to be like her sooner than we think. So, master bedroom closet. This is our homework for this week. Oh boy. We had one woman take this class. It was hilarious. She was so excited, and she had been feeling really gloomy about her house and had not been motivated to clean her house for a while. After she took this class, and then we got out at 9, by the time she went home, she just went to scrubbing her house like you would not believe, and her closet. And she got so motivated, she wanted to, do her underneath her bed and everything else. Well, she had a handicapped husband. It was 1 o'clock in the morning by the time she got to the bed. She convinced him to get out of bed so she could vacuum it. Can you believe it? He was so thrilled about her attitude. He hopped out of bed and she got it all clean. I thought, wow, that's amazing. This is so fun. Our master bedroom closet should usually become the catch-all for the house for some silly reason. Especially if we have those unexpected company, boy, do they get filled real quick. We have extra sports equipment in there. We have extra blankets, ironing that needs to be done, projects, things that need to be mended, suitcases and the like. We can fill our closets with all the non-logical things that go in there. So again, when you're cleaning out your closet, only your own clothes and your shoes and your accessories and the like go back into it. You'll be finding other spots for those things that are in there that do not belong in there. So in your notes, number 1, you might want to get a friend. One that has an honest opinion. to do your closet with you. This is optional, but if there's lots of times we think our outfit looks really cute on us, and Sally Mae says, well, as soon as she says, well, just to go ahead and get rid of it. Sometimes you need that accountability also to clean out your closet. And it's fun. I'll clean out your closet this week and then on Wednesday, and you clean out my closet the next night. And it's kind of fun to do that. Number 2, you'll get all your containers that we just talked about in your boxes. Buffer box, rubbish bin, to-do box, put elsewhere, memory box, and your keeper pile. Number 3, pulling everything out of your closet. So as this is a one-at-a-time decision process, one at a time, I'm going to be pulling out my things out of my closet. And I take this out, and I start with the things that are hanging, and then I work up to the stuff that's on the shelves, and then I work to the things that are on the floor of the closet. As you take it out, you're looking at it, asking yourself these questions. Do I like this? Have I worn this in the last year? Do I like it at least 70% worth? Do I need it? Do I use it? Do I want it? Do I have room to store this? If you have bought this just because it's a good deal and you don't wear it, go ahead and give it away. You're not using it anyways, and it's just taking up space. So give it away. Get rid of anything that's too small, too dated, too faded, too big, or it's just not you anymore. But I understand that some of us, our weight fluctuates back and forth, and so you'll have your bigger size clothes, the time of the month time, and then we have our smaller clothes. Go ahead and go through all those clothes and make sure that you like all those clothes. If you're in your too small stage, put your too big clothes in the back of the closet, but keep only the ones that you really like. Try to keep only the clothes that you feel good in. We all have our favorites. Clothes experts say that we only need 6 to 8 outfits for work, 5 to 6 outfits for everyday wear. Boy, that cramps my style. I think it does for Americans. We like lots of clothes. The average person wears only 20% of his or her wardrobe 80% of the time. I know that's true for me. I didn't realize after I read this, I thought, that's absolutely right. So don't worry about getting rid of too much. I wear a very small percentage of my wardrobe. I used to think that you had to have an outfit for every time that you went anywhere. You can never be seen in the same outfit. I don't know. I was raised in the 70s, and that was just kind of that concept then. But most of the world doesn't think that way, and we don't really wear all the stuff that we have. And so, to me, I just wear the stuff that I really love. If everybody sees me in it over and over again, I don't care because I really like it. But, I say this, and I told my husband last week, I said, Guy, Mark, I said, if I'm going to be teaching this, I said, I would like to get some more clothes. So I love my black skirt. I wear it constantly. And he goes, Sydney, you just get done telling all these women, don't worry if you'll be seen again in the same outfit. I said, I know. He goes, are you living up to this Proverbs 31 woman class? No. When you get rid of your clothes that you do not want, make sure you check your pockets. Sometimes you might find some really neat treasures in there. We had a garage sale after we did my dad's closet for him, and my girlfriend and I were selling these pants, 75 cents, $1. And as she was handing the pants to the lady, she had grabbed it by the pocket and had felt that there was a wad of cash in there. So she slipped in there, took the wad out and handed it to the lady. And so, we had this little wad of cash, so it was really fun. So go through your closets, your clothes. You never know. When I clean out my closet, all I find are dirty handkerchiefs or Kleenexes. I've never found a treasure, but you never know. So clean out those pockets before you give those away. Number 5, after you have your closet all cleaned out, everything is out of it, you will want to wipe down the walls, clean it, shelves, baseboard, make sure that your rod is strong. You might want to reinforce it at this time if you need to. If you need more space, perhaps you might want to double rod it so that you have more space. I use halogen light bulbs for my closet. They are true bright light, and they make my closet illuminate, and that really helps me to be able to see right in there well. Number 6, return the keepers. So you're going to group all your clothes into like categories, because we're going to have these department store closets here. So your dresses are with dresses, your sweaters are with sweaters, your blouses are with other blouses, suits, and so on. Hang these into like colors now. So you go from dark to lightest. And this rule applies to everything that I do in my home. So even with my shoes, dark to lightest. This helps me if I'm thinking, okay, I need a black sweater. I just go to the black sweater section, which is like this. And I like black, but since I've been teaching, I've been learning to use color. And what was I saying? Mental block here. Dark to light, that's right. And it helps me to get easy. It helps you to get ready easier in the morning when you're looking for that, or you're thinking, where's that white shirt? And you're looking through the whole closet. Well, it's still in the laundry. But if you had it in your closet in the white sections, you would be able to know that it's there or it's not. All the garments in your closet should face the same direction. There's not one direction better than the other. It's up to you. Try to hang as many clothes up as possible in your closet. T-shirts, I hang up T-shirts, pajamas, shorts, sweats. All that I have pretty much, I hang up in my closet if I have room in it. Now there's different hangers that I like to use. I quite like the plastic hangers. And these are like the department stores use, and I really like these. They don't allow my clothes to get smushed together. I like these kind because they have these little grips that you can buy, and then you just put them on, and then I can hang my sweaters off these. I like them because they're just all the same, and they're easy to slide. And if it doesn't matter if it's where this is going, if I just hit it, it goes right on. I'm not trying to flip it around. It works out really great. These can be bought at a place called Display House in Spokane. Now I buy these by the boxes because if I go to one of your stores here, you're paying what, $2-3 for 3 hangers? That's ridiculous. So when you can go to the Display House, and that's where your department stores go and buy from them, or your shops, you're paying 38 cents a hanger. Or you can pay $31 for a case of 100. What I find when I do homes, that I usually buy 2 boxes of 100, and then I buy 1 box of pant hangers, and there are 100 in those as well, and these are $52 for 100, and I only usually need 1 of these. I hang up all my clothes on hangers to dry after I wash my clothes, so I need extra hangers for that, and we'll talk about that later. There's a couple places other than Display House in Spokane that you can get hangers if you want to buy them in bulk. I don't have that address with me, but I can bring it next week. And the grips that are on the ends of your of these, I think they're they're $12 for a bag, and I think there's 50 sets of them. So they're really good to have. I don't really care for wire hangers. They just bunch up. I don't know why, I just don't like them. So I don't recommend them. I know a lot of people think I'm nuts asking you if you want to get new hangers. I've done so many different houses, and I always say make sure you get hangers, and their wives look at me like, I'm not going to spend $100 on hangers. But after they do, they are so thrilled with their hangers. They really like them. So it's up to you. Plastic hangers, I don't really care for these either. I know a lot of people do like these. They always bunch up, they don't slide well, things fall off. I want it to where when I'm pushing my clothes around in my closet, nothing falls off, so that's why I buy the plastic ones. But if you like these and you're having a hard time getting them to slide, take a candle and wipe your rod back and forth, and that will slide your hangers easier. And then I use these wood hangers for my coats, and you can as well buy these at the display house or another place that sells hangers. And I use the L-shaped hanger like this to hang up scarves or for my tablecloths. These are great for that. We use these. They are actually a pant hanger, but there's lots of different things you could use for this kind. I also like your tie and belt rack hangers. You could get these at Target. So I hang up all my belts on one of these. Target has these, but after tomorrow they probably won't have any more. I met with Target this week because I said, we're doing this class and you're going to be wiped out on Sterilite containers. And so one of you were there when I was talking with her, and you said, oh, I'm going to buy my containers right now. And she goes, oh, I will get these in right away. It was perfect timing. I also use the belt and wire hangers for my bras or my slips. You know what a pain it is to hang these things up, or put your underwear on these. I mean, it's just perfect, gets aired out. I know. This is bad. I know, when I was setting up the class for tonight, I had these men in here and I'm putting my bras out, and I thought, oh, this is really great. I also really like these shoe bags. You could get these, they're just the cloth shoe bags. They're only like $3 or $4. Put a hanger on them and use these for your hose or your tights. It just works out really great. Because I don't really like having a dresser. I try to hang up as much as possible. They're color coordinated. I could put all my black ones up here and the ones that are lighter going down. You remember Dr. Lightus. Also, these are very good for hose. You buy these I just got these from Nordstrom's rack, or Nordstrom's has them. They're white gloves. They're just cheap and nasty ones. I use these to put my hose on or my tights. You know how irritating it is when you buy this nice pair of hose and then your nail goes through it? Oh, that's so irritating. Well, this eliminates all that. So those are really nice. Those are just some ideas for you. When you bring dry cleaning home, it's very important that you try to take the plastic sacks off your dry cleaning. They're dust collectors, and they are also very dangerous for your little ones. When kids run in your closet to hide, and here they are hiding behind these bags, it's really important that you don't have those in your closets. I've had a dear friend that her mom put her dry cleaning next to her baby on the bed. Didn't think about it, and the baby rolled over, and now the baby's mentally retarded. And so I try to take those plastic bags off as best I can, because you never know when you have other little kids in your home, and just get rid of them. When you take your garment from your closet out, get in the habit of putting your hanger at the end of your closet rod, so that when you are going to hang up your clothes back, there's the hanger right there for you. Little things like this will simplify your life, and that way you're not looking for a hanger. Try to get in the habit. If you take off your clothes and they're dirty, put them in the hamper. We're going to talk about a lot of practical things in this class to help your life be simplified. Don't put your clothes on the floor and then you're handling your things twice. The concept in this class is to handle things once. So if I take something off, I put it right away where it goes. That way my house is in complete order all the time. Teach your husband and your kids to do the same. It only takes 3 weeks to establish new habits. Let's talk about these Sterilite containers. These are the ones that we will be using in this class quite often, actually. These are really great for shoes. If you're one that has to have shoe boxes, these are great for that, the 6-quart Sterilite containers. These are all on sale right now at Target. Like I said, she's scrambling around trying to get more containers for us. Shopko has them on sale, but they have a little bit different shape, but they're still Sterilite or Rubbermaid. I personally prefer the ones at Target because they're the plainest. If they do not have the containers when you go there, just get a rain check because they're all on sale. And you'll probably be buying quite a few different containers as we weave through our homes. You might be purchasing quite a few, so get a rain check. This is what I use for hose, slips, whatever that I'm needing. On top of my closet, I have a shelf, and this is what I put my things in. I take off the tags. I don't like any labels. I can see right what it is. Keeps it clean, dust-free, and they're great to have, especially if you're needing some storage. The Rubbermaid containers, these are as well on sale right now. These are the kind of containers that I use for the garage, for storage, and we'll be talking about these a lot later. But these are the kind that are good for inside the house. Let's talk about your shoes. Dark to lightest again when you put them back in on the floor or wherever you're going to put them. Get rid of all the shoes that hurt your back or your feet, look old, too used, or out of style. Duplicates, such as tennis shoes. We love tennis shoes in America. And then we buy a new pair of tennis shoes and we don't throw the old one away. So here's an idea. Keep your 2 best tennis shoes and make one good, one bad. As soon as you buy a good one, all of a sudden, your other good one becomes your bad one, and just keep rotating them because you really don't need those 10 pairs of tennis shoes. And you need the space. Use it or lose it. It's a really ruthless motto, but you'll find that you'll enjoy this. Get rid of the shoes that you do not longer wear or you never did wear and you paid good money for them, but they're just taking space for the memory's sake of what you did pay for them. Doesn't make sense. Just if you're not using it, get rid of it. You might want to polish all your shoes at this time so you don't have to. It's easy to polish them all at one time. If you need to, then try to do it every time before you go out. Bless your husband and polish his shoes as well. This is something that really can bless your husbands. We had one guy that said, you know what, my wife polishes my shoes now. And you have no idea how much that blessed him, that she would do that. We have another gal that her husband came to me and he said, you know what, you taught my wife to iron my shirts. You have no idea what that means to me. And it blessed me because just the simple act of kindness and servant heart that the woman she took on, she didn't like ironing, I don't think, but now she does that for him, and it made him feel special. Organizing your closet will save you time getting dressed in the morning. Go through your hose. Get rid of all the ones that have runs in them. Try to buy yourself 2 pairs of hose that are brand new. Always keep a couple pairs on stock. There's nothing more frustrating when you're getting ready to go on a date with your husband or you're going to church and you have this big, huge run in your stocking and you cannot find a pair that is, you know how you pull your hose at the bottom like this and you flip it over and then you tuck your shoe, that kind of thing. Go ahead and get a couple pairs on hand. You are going to become a woman of preparedness. This is the concept here. You will be finding all your socks as we weave through your home the next 7 weeks, all the ones that you are missing. At the very end of the class, you throw all those missing socks away. And so, an idea for you, if you have husbands that have lots of socks, most of our husbands do. I usually I'll buy a packet of socks and I buy them all the same kind and I get rid of all the other ones. And so it helps me to not have to sort through all these different kinds of socks. I just buy them in bulk, and then when he starts getting holes in any of them, I throw the whole lot away. What are they, $12 for 16 pairs, and then I just get new socks that way. Socks go light to darkest. Let's talk about your knickers. Knickers are a New Zealand term for your underwear. Why is she talking about our underwear? Anyways, we don't realize that our underwear sometimes becomes unattractive as women. Especially when we wash them and hang them on the shower rod and they get stained. We can't help it. We're women. At this time, you might want to get yourself some new underwear. I really recommend black underwear. It solves the problem. It's not only more appealing to the husband because they're black, but it's also appealing, they don't show up the stains. So, that might be a possibility for you. A couple of days ago, a girl said to me, she goes, well, I was telling someone about your class in Spokane, and she says, is that lady who tells everybody to get black underwear? Yeah, it's the underwear ministry. Scarves, go through your scarves, slips, go through all those things, your purses, hats. Use the Sterilite container that is a 32 quart. There's a great hat box if you need one. Go through your heavy sweaters, and you might want to use that same size for your sweaters if you need to do that. If you are married, you want to repeat this process with your husband. You want to show him your closet, show him what you did. He'll be very proud of you, and he will feel like he may want it to be done to his side as well. So you ask him the to-biff or not to-biff questions as you go through it with him. Be patient and encouraging with him as well. Sometimes you'll find that husbands are very sentimental about their clothes, and you wouldn't think so, but they are. We recommend that you put your husband's clothes on one side of the closet. Don't intermix your clothes. Some women do that. It makes it more difficult to find their own things. You want to go through his underwear as well. Skid marks as well are not appealing to you. So at this time, you may want to buy him some new underwear. Hey, it goes both ways, doesn't it? I had a man that came up to me recently, and his wife had taken the class, and she goes, oh, this is Sydney. And he goes, oh, hello, and he's just like, oh, casual. She goes, this is the girl that is teaching the organizational class. And he goes, oh, Sydney. He goes, hello. He goes, I just want you to know that I have new underwear. Oh, I just go, I am so glad you have new underwear. So, we're going to change this concept. This is going to be your idea about getting new underwear. Oh. So, and you might want to get new socks. Just a couple ideas. We're going to be a little bit long here. I guess I got long-winded. Try to get your wardrobe to be interchangeable with light colors as you get your closets cleaned out. When you buy or look at your closet, you want to buy colors that you feel good in. Don't buy just because it's a good deal. Buy on the premise that you like it at least 70% worth. Usually I work with 4 basic colors in my closet, and I'm very careful about patterns. Patterns you will tire more easily of, and so you might want to think about that when you're purchasing, unless you really enjoy the pattern. Solid colors you will usually enjoy longer. Think quality versus quantity as you buy or keep your clothes. Use what you buy. If you don't use it, bless someone else. After you've completed your closet, we want to work clockwise fashion around the room to any other area that you have clothes in, regarding like your dresser or your nightstands or underneath your beds. Any other area. Your homework this week is for you to clean out any area that you have your clothes in. Real quickly, you might be having a garage sale after this. These are different options for you. As you do this, you want to try to get rid of the things that you have determined to get rid of. Go ahead and put them in your car and get rid of them as soon as possible. So because as you're going through this class, it's going to be big piles, unless you're going to have a garage sale and you're going to keep it. But know that your family is going to look through those things. So half the time I think, you know what, I'd much rather just go ahead and give it to a thrift store. The Women's Center on Northwest Boulevard is a good one. They help with domestic violence in situations. They help women and children out. Idaho Youth Ranch is another one. St. Vincent's de Paul. All these help people that are in need. They allow them to come into the thrift stores and be given things. Thrift shops have pickup service if that's a thing that you need. Try to get your tax deduction receipt when you do this. That way you can write it off. Or you might want to give it to some young couples that are starting up in their family or whoever, someone that is in need. Last time we had a need list. This is an opportunity for some of you that have needs. While people are getting rid of so much stuff, you can write down, I need a refrigerator, or I need a bed, or whatever that you think you need. This is an opportunity for someone to bless you with their excess, and you can look at this list and say, you know what, I'm getting rid of that bed. I'm going to call this woman and see if I could give it to her and bless her. We had some really neat ministry opportunities with this, and the need list is in the back there, and you can participate in it if you'd like. We are here not only to help you to organize, but we are here to help you to be ministered to. If you at any time feel that you need to have someone pray with you over some issues in your life, we have a team here that is more than willing to pray with you. They are wearing these little tags. I would love to pray with you. If you could stand, the team that's doing this, you could just recognize them at any time. If you see these women and you just feel like you need some prayer, they are here before and after class to pray with you on any issues that you are facing. As we go through this class, you'll find that there's sometimes things that you just need someone else to come alongside with you and lift you up in prayer. And we want to do that and be with you for that. Homework this week is spend some quality time with your husband. Show him that he is special to you. I also would like you to sincerely pray and ask the Lord if you need to respect your husband more. If he says yes, pray and ask the Lord to put that in your heart. Our homework this week is to clean out as well our closets, like I said, and any other areas that you have your clothes in. Next week we'll be studying the Proverbs 31 woman as the household engineer, the kitchen and kitchen design. And we will see you next week at 7 o'clock. Blessings on you, and thank you for coming.